He's probably not aware of that interaction. Most players aren't. That's okay. I've had several Jund players do that. In the practice room, we were testing the Esper Brain in a jar that was running Ancestral. I had a couple people in the practice room cast our Ancestral for us. Which is kind of neat. But if I don't get anything going, it doesn't matter. This is also game 2, so we're just playing it out. Why are you checking my uptime, Shade? It's bedtime. You and I both already know what's going to happen after this game for sures. Claim? Sure. This is why you usually don't leave in the brain package. Just letting you guys know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He does have 10. Okay. Tomato. Alright, do we go for the tomato? There is a chance that he has another land drop anyway. And we're pretty screwed. Well, I guess I could still just verdict. I think we go for the gamble, which is to play the tomato. And then you tap a land down. He can't get Tron, so might as well just hit a forest. We'll go for the tomato. Hope he doesn't spike the land off the top. He did. Okay. So we're going to lose her. It's okay. I mean, it sucks. We could have waited. We could. I took the gamble. We still get to verdict this guy. I mean, path this guy. What am I talking about? Jeez, it is a long night if I think I can verdict this guy. I used to run a burial. You could burial Ulamog. You can. But you can't. Speaking of which, we have how many paths do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I can't even snap this, can I? Do I just cantrip this and hope that... Jeez. Okay. Yeah, definitely indestructible, Lord Donnie. We're toast. I know. I could have waited on the Tamio. I could have. But this is not me telling you I told you guys so. There goes the rest of the library. It's this game. But what if we did something weird there like snap tap and then spike the path? Was that a better? He'll mill the path, we're good. No, they get exiled actually. They're on the bottom. All 3 of them were. Yeah, Ancient Greek, the version I took day 2 of the JP was better. Much better. They actually wrote about it in an article, Ancient Greek, which is kind of neat. The Star City wrote one. That's not the article I'm excited about, though. There's one that Wizards is going to write, which is cool. Yeah. Yes, Bill Knight does exile. Needs full path. No, I ran 3 path at the GP. I ran 2 boom bust, 3 path, 2 snare. This is what I ran at the GP. This is it. It's not that convoluted. The Ancient Greek, in fairness, the glue of the deck was the muddles. We thought about 4 muddles in the testing on the team. No, the deck did everything I wanted it to do. We did take a Karn. I knew it wouldn't perform for you guys tonight, though. That's why I gave other options for us to vote for. And the reason is, like, the boom bust is way more important to the deck than even I might realize. Never seems like enough path when it comes to Kulamog. How's it going, Z-Dog? But I knew that you guys voted for it. I made it an option. I really should have just made it these 3. Tin Fins. Tin Fins almost won, actually. Yeah. Bedtime now. Chat after the show. Careful, Shade. Careful, Shade. I'm 25 years old. I kind of make my rules, friend. Most of them, anyway. Yeah, I mean, like, we knew it wasn't going to perform tonight just because we don't get to do some of the most busted things that the deck's capable of doing, but that's okay. Especially against the Trons and the Scape Shifts. We didn't face Scape Shift, though. We did face Tron. And Drazi. Bant Drazi. Both of which this is really sweet. We'll Will I play this on Magic Online anymore until they fix the split cards bug? Probably not. Yeah, I know, Shade. I know, Shade. It's just disappointing. I guess we're going to have to shelve this one. But yeah, you're welcome to play it in paper. Don't play it on Magic Online. It's just not worth. It's not worth. Just don't. Until they fix it, just don't. It's just not worth it. Sadly. I mean, you could modify it. You could try to play a different color combination with it. But until they fix how the split cards work, it's not worth it. We tested one, Brad Soup. Trust me, pretty much any and every... I mean, you could try this. This was my attempt at trying to play this deck on Magic Online because I enjoyed it so much. But without the massive land destruction, there's a lot of matchups you give up. And Jeskai normally, in fairness, Jeskai normally does not have... That was us playing the Tron matchup with the Boom Bust. Did it help? No. No, it did not. So... Do I get to tell you guys I told you so? Yeah, I do. Does that feel good? No. I did tell you guys pretty much at the beginning of the match that it's a lot harder without being able to massively remove their lands. Does Boom work with Dank? Is that broke too? I think it does work. What's going on, J-Bone? The brew today was a standard deck. I brewed, we brewed a Spirits deck. I also expressed to the stream that I want to maybe go to another GP this summer. I mentioned GP, what was it? Not Manchester. It was GP. Jeez, that would be a flight ticket. I mentioned the GP that's this weekend. The GP that is. This is what we brewed tonight. It was fun. It was fine. Was it good? Yeah, I won a couple games actually. Yeah, I don't know, Calibri. I do have some Dank Dwellers. I never tested it with Boom. Holy Diver. 200 viewers, no quality. Thank you, Canes Lance. Minneapolis. Yeah, Minneapolis. I was thinking about trying to go, and then I priced it, and it's like a $300 to $400 plane ticket. That's round trip, I think. And then I think the train tickets, it was like I had to use I would have had to use like a bus and like several other pieces. 4-hour drive is doable. I did a 5-hour drive, J-Bone, to play at the GP Charlotte. Useless Sprock, thanks for the follow, Arena. Welcome to the BSMG. Yeah. But no, seriously, there was a guy, Canes Lance. Canes Lance, don't play the deck. And I'm not saying that because it's not sweet. I'm not saying that because I didn't day 2 with it, because I did. But I'm telling you, don't play it because if your intention is to play it on Magic Online, you're missing out on a lot of the power that the deck has. Because basically, and we actually wrote this down on a piece of paper, you can actually break down Modern into Beck matches and Boom matches. So I'm going to take a piece of paper and I'm going to split it down the middle. So what were the matches I was Becking in? What were the matches I was Booming in? So you boom against things like Tron, Eldrazi, probably various combos that need to make their land drops, maybe Nauseam, maybe. That one you could probably win with a Brain Cestral too, or Bird Cestral. Tron, Drazi, Nauseam, Scapeshift decks. I would definitely do it against anytime you had like a Snapcaster that wasn't answered or you had some birds on the table, I would follow it up with a Boom if I could. Because once you have a threat on the table, blowing up all the lands after that point is actually really powerful. Scapeshift, Nauseam, Drazi, Tron. What else? The Valakut deck, green, red. Yeah, green, red, Valakut. And I'm sure there's a bunch more. I'm trying to think of other matches that I went for the Boom Bust play. Everything else you probably want to back against. Your grinds. Your grindy decks. Most of those, though, have main deck ways to handle the... most of the grind decks that are seeing play right now, your Juns, your Grixuses, your Mardus even. I actually played against a Mardu player. It was actually a really good deck. They'll probably have the main deck Cola. Abrupt Decay, just right out. You might as well just get ready to sideboard if you're trying to use the brain game one. You can win that game, but it's not. You can win that game one, but it's not that easy. Let's see, Grindy. Your aggressive decks you want to do Beck against. Aggressive. Your creature-based combos. So that's like your Kiki chords, your Abzan chords, creature-based. This is good to write this out. I mean, I talked about this with the team before I went to the GP. There's a pretty even split, though. Aggressive decks, creature-based, combo, grindy. Those are all Beck matches. The mirror even, blue at red. Probably the mirror I would still want to Beck first before I boom. But against your Trons, your Eldrazi's, your Nauseam, your Scape Shift, your Valakut, you want to boom them. Which decks don't like Armageddon, I assume most? No, I mean, like, the decks I just listed, Kane's Lance, or Triple the Cheese, grindy decks, aggressive decks, creature-based combo, and the mirror. Like, those are all decks that could rebuild from a boom bust. If you actually, something that we talked about taking to the GP, if you want to make the deck more naturally rebuild from the Armageddon effect, the boom bust split card with Brain, you need to, this is of course for people wanting to play it in paper. I'm not talking about people who want to play this in Magic Online. You're kind of out of luck, guys. I'm sorry. So am I. I did want to come home and play this on Magic Online with you guys because it was such a blast at the GP, but I can't. I just can't. Until they fix it, I just can't. Like, this is just so important to the deck. It is. It really is. It gave us... It just gave me so much play against all the decks I just listed, and there were plenty of people playing the decks I just listed. Aaron Wolf, thanks for the follow, Reno. Science rules. Was it successful at the GP? Yes. Will I be successful with this on Magic Online? I think the answer is no, until they fix it. And maybe even then I won't, because maybe more players will be aware of the lurking blow up all lands thing. These are all lands you don't want to play turn 1, by the way. These colorless lands or the Sulphur Falls or the Fortress, if you can help it. But yeah, like until this works on Magic, I don't think there's any point in playing it. And I'm sorry, guys. I know that's what you voted for tonight. I know you guys voted to see that played. I know this had 37%, the Birdbrain Ancestral Transfusion. There are other ways we could try to play it. I can open a new copy and try to build it without the boom bust. I just don't think it's going to be as strong. If I was to play it again, though, in paper, would I run Flagstones? Yeah, I would actually consider at least 1 to 2 Flagstones. Because that was something I noticed is the deck does want to rebuild its mana faster. One of the ways to do that is Crucible of Worlds. I don't have one, but that's an option. I think it's maybe a little too deep, but it was running a couple quarters, so maybe it's not. Yeah, like a Crucible or 2, or maybe some Flagstones of Trollcare. Yeah, I'll try my best to try to get Wizards to fix it. I doubt that they will. There's a huge list of things I already need to fix. Missed the explanation. What does the moto cause to happen? No, Magic Online doesn't let you cast the bust off of Boom, but it's a legal play. I was doing it at GP Charlotte. If you want to learn more about that, you should read this. Yeah, so Boom Bust, for example, perfectly legal with the... Let's unzoom this. Perfectly legal with Brain in a Jar. Yes, it does work. You get the Brain in a Jar 2 charge counters. You choose either the Bust side or the Boom side. When it comes to fuse spells, you can cast either side. God, I'm explaining that every day now again. It's fine. It's pertinent. It's something we were talking about. If you're new to the stream, it makes sense. Yeah, they also need to fix Wall of Roots. That's a more pressing issue. True, Kane's Lance. There are more pressing issues than just the Boom Bust Brain, although I'm sure there's plenty of people that at least watch my show that love to do this. It's hilarious. But it's not just hilarious, it's also powerful. No, I did everything I wanted to do with the deck at the GP. It's fine that I have to maybe shelve it for now. It's fine. Yes, I did commandeer a card. That was probably the highlight of the GP for me. Yes, I did Ultimate Atomio. That was another highlight. Yes, I have an article coming out that I'm not writing, that one of the authors of Magic, of Wizards is writing, so check mark. Yeah. I mean, I did everything I wanted to do with the deck. I wanted day 2, I wanted to get some form of something for the deck, either a deck tech or